everyone, it's Matthew V21688 back with you once again, and it's now time for another game of Card Sharks, BigJon's for the PC, but this time it's actually going to be with two different people because Cory eliminated me in the last game, and if you saw that last game, he ended up running the table in the fast money, or the money cards round, winning $32,200. But he wasn't able to win the jackpot, so Cory's going to continue on as the returning champion, and he decided, and I asked him who he wanted to go up against next, and we had LeafFan18 on the call, but he had to leave. So as of right now, his next opponent is justin271995.
Hello, and I'm going to win.
Here we go. So Cory is the champion with $32,200.
You're going down.
Okay. Deal out 5 cards. Now, Cory, the first question is to you. We asked 100 driving instructors. Did they flunk their driving test Did you flunk your driving test the first time you took it? How many of these driving instructors said yes, they flunked their driving test the first time they took it? I could barely hear you, Cory, but I think I got a 38 out of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so too. Yeah, it was 38.
Okay, 38, he says. Justin, do you think that's higher or lower?
To go with the odds, I'll just say higher.
Okay. The actual number of these driving instructors who failed their driving test the first time is 20. It is not higher, it is lower. Now, Cory, your first card is a jack. You can change it if you want to. You can change.
Lower.
Okay. I was gonna say you won the question. You can change the card if you wish. Lower than a jack. It's a 7.
I'm gonna freeze.
All right. Not giving Justin a chance at the cards. Justin, next question is to you. We asked 100 people. What was the minimum number of days for a letter to get from the U.S. to England in 1775?
The minimum number of days?
Minimum number of days for a letter to get from the U.S. to England in 1775.
12.
Okay.
I don't know.
Cory, do you think that's higher or lower than 12?
I think it's probably higher than that.
Okay. The actual number of days it took for a letter to get from U.S. to England is 21. It is higher. 3 weeks already. 3 weeks it took them. Cory, you can change the 7 or you can play it.
Change it.
Okay. He's changing the 7 and I don't blame him. The 7 becomes a 10. A little better.
Lower.
Going with the odds. Lower than a 10?
No.
Oh no! It's a king! Now, Justin, let's see your first card. It's a jack. You have to play the jack. You did not win the question. Higher or lower?
I'll probably would have played the jack. I probably would have played the jack anyways, though.
Okay.
I gotta go lower.
Okay. Lower than a jack? An 8. An 8.
I'm freezing.
Okay. You're tied at 2 cards. Cory, third question is to you. We asked 100 5th grade boys. Would you give the driver a speeding ticket if they were a policeman and the speeder happens to be their father? How many of these 100 5th grade boys said yes, they'd give the driver a speeding ticket if they were a policeman and the speeder happens to be their dad?
Probably 35 of them.
Okay. Justin, what do you think? Higher or lower than 35?
Well, you know how 5th graders are. They can be a little bit, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Goofy. So no offense to those who are 5th graders who are watching this, which I think that includes one of my cousins, but I'll go higher.
Okay. The actual number of 5th graders who would give their dad a police ticket is 68. It is much higher, almost double. Now, Justin, here's your chance. You can play the 8 or you can change it. You won the question.
Oh, I'm changing that card.
Changing that 8, and I don't blame him. That 8 becomes a 5. A little better. You have to play this 5. Say that again?
Higher.
Okay. Wanted to be sure. Higher than a 5. It's a 7. Justin, what do you think? Go for more or freeze on the 7?
Higher.
Ooh, taking a chance. Higher than a 7? It's a 10. It paid off. What do you think, Justin?
Freeze.
Go on. Okay, freezing on the 10. This is the 4th and final question. Someone must win on the play of the cards. Justin, the question is to you. We asked 100 women in jail. Did you commit a crime that a man persuaded them to commit? How many of these 100 jail women said yes, they committed a crime that a man persuaded them to commit?
29.
29, okay. Cory, is that higher or lower? Did you say higher, Cory? I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I said higher.
Okay. The actual number of these jail women who've committed a crime that a man persuaded them to do is 27. It is not higher. It is lower. Now, Justin, here's your situation. This is the last play of the cards. You can change the card. You can change the 10 and play it. And if the card is higher or lower, you won the question, so you have the power. You can play the 10 or change it, or you can pass it to Cory and he'll have to play off the 10. What's your decision, Justin?
Oh.
Are you going to go for it or pass it to Cory?
Well, if I go for it though and I goof, Cory wins, right?
Correct. If Cory goofs, you win.
But he can't change the card if I pass it to him, right?
Yes, he cannot change the card. He did not win the question. Only you can change it because you won the question. You had a tough decision, Justin. You're going to try for it?
I'm good.
Okay, would you like to...
Let's get rid of that 10.
Okay, you're going to change the 10 then.
Yes.
Okay. He's going to take a chance. He's changing the 10. The 10 becomes a queen. That's a great card.
Lower.
For the first game of the match, lower than a queen. Oh no! An ace, and Cory wins it. Oh, Justin. Oh man, I thought you had it.
I thought so too.
Round 2. Justin, this is make or break. First question is to Cory. Cory, we asked 113-year-old boys, would you like to switch places with your dad for a year? How many of these 13-year-old boys said yes, they'd like to switch places with dad for a year?
I'll say about 26.
26 of these 113-year-old boys said they'd like to switch places with dad for a year. Justin, do you think that's higher or lower?
26.
Swapping places with dad for a year. Cory says 26.
I normally like to go with the odds, but I'm not going to in this case. I'll go lower.
Okay. The actual number of these 13-year-old boys who would like to trade places with dad for a year is 27. It is not lower. Cory, you are off by 1. And Cory, your first card is a 4.
Higher.
Higher than a 4, a 9.
Lower.
Taking a chance. Lower than a 9? No, an ace. Justin, you have to play this card. It's an ace.
Lower.
Lower than an ace, a king. Say that again, Justin?
Lower.
Okay. Lower than a king, a queen.
Lower.
Lower than a queen, an 8. You're going to freeze on the 8. Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah.
Okay. Freezing on the 8.
Yes.
No shame in your game. Justin, next question is to you. We asked 100 school bus drivers, Could you use more earplugs more than throat lozenges? How many of these school bus drivers said yes, they could use more earplugs more than throat lozenges?
Based on what my grandma just said, I'll go with 65.
65 out of 100 school bus drivers could use more earplugs than throat lozenges. Cory, higher or lower?
Lower than that.
Okay, thinks it's lower. The actual number of school bus drivers who would use earplugs more than throat lozenges is 64. Justin, you are off by 1. Cory, this is your time now, Cory. You can change the 4 or keep it.
I'm gonna go for it higher.
Higher than a 4. An 8.
I'm gonna go higher.
Oh, taking a chance. Higher than an 8. A jack.
Lower.
Lower than a jack. A 10.
Lower.
Taking a chance for the second game of the match. Oh no! It's a jack. Now, Justin, this is your chance. You can dethrone Cory. Or actually, no, you can't dethrone Cory. Higher or lower than the 8. You have to play it. You do not win the question.
Higher.
Taking a chance for the game of the match. Higher than an 8. It's an 8. Justin wins. 1-1 now. It's sudden death. 3 cards each. 3 questions. First question is to Cory. Cory, we asked 100 third grade girls, would you swap your family for a favorite TV family? How many of these third grade girls said yes, they'd swap their family for a favorite TV family?
I'll say 28 out of the 100.
28?
Yes.
Okay. Justin, do you think that's higher or lower than 28?
Lower. I'll try lower.
Okay. The actual number of third grade girls who would trade their real family for a TV family is 36. It is not lower. Cory, your first card is a 4. Keep it or change it.
Can you hang on a minute? The phone. Can you hang on a sec? The phone rang. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we'll take a break here and we'll find out how Cory does with this deal, with this hand. Okay, everyone, Cory has just completed his phone call. Now, Cory, your first card is a 4. Keep it or change it.
I'm gonna keep it and go higher.
Higher than a 4. A 7.
Higher for the win.
Higher, did you say? Did you say higher, Cory?
Yeah.
Okay. Taking a chance for the game of the match. Higher than a 7?
No.
Oh no, it's a 5. Justin, your first card is a 6. You have to play it. You did not win the question.
So I want the odds higher.
Higher than a 6? A 9.
I'm going to do exactly what Cory did. I'm going to take a chance. And going with the odds worked last time, so let's see if it'll work this time. I'm going to go lower.
Taking a chance for the game of the match. Lower than a 9? Oh no, it's a jack. Back to start we go. Justin, next question is to you. We asked 100 married women, would your marriage be happier if you had a lot more money? How many of these 100 women said yes, their marriage would be happier if they had a lot more money?
Probably a lot, probably 79.
79 out of 100 married women said their marriage would be happier if they had a lot more money. Cory, what do you think? Higher or lower than 79?
It's lower than 79.
Okay. The actual number of these married women who would have a happier marriage if they had more money is 35. It is not. It is lower. Cory, you can change that 4. You can keep it.
Bad chance changing it. I'm going higher.
Higher than a 4. A 5.
Higher.
For the game of the match. Higher than a 5. A queen. Cory wins again. Justin, I want to thank you for playing, but you'll leave here with $100 as a consolation prize, and we'll bring you back for a future game.
Good job, Justin. You really gave me a run for more money.
Yeah. This is a money card. To start you off with $200, you ran the table last time, Cory. Let's see if you can do it again. Your first card is a 7.
Change it with number 2.
Changing that card. I don't blame him. And that card number 2 is a 3. All right.
All of it higher.
Well, okay, let's not have a 3-2 right now. $200, higher than a 3. It is a 6. $400 and a 6. I'm sorry?
Repeat the bet higher.
Oh, again the whole thing. $400. Higher than a 6. It's a jack. $800. Huh?
All lower.
Oh boy. Okay. All of it. Lower than a jack. It's an 8. You clear the board again, Cory. You have $1,600. We'll give you $400 more. You have $2,000. You can play or change the 8.
Change it with number 1.
Changing that card with number 1, and I don't blame him. Number 1 is a 9.
Ooh. You know what? I still got a lot of money left over from the last game. All of it lower.
Going for double or nothing. Lower, did you say? Just to be sure.
Yes.
Okay. Going for it. Going for the whole bet. The whole pot. Lower than a 9. It's a 5. $4,000.
All of it higher.
Again, the whole thing. Higher than a 5. It's a bonus chance. You now have 2 chances to win the jackpot. What do you think,
Hang on a
Cory?
sec, Matt. My mom's calling me.
Okay.
I'll be back too.
Okay.
But before I leave, gotta tell you, my grandma brought me some food earlier, which was some rolls and some spaghetti.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh yeah. Are we still filming, by the way?
Yeah, we are. But,
Sorry about that.
that's okay. That's okay, Justin. It isn't a trivia-based game, so that's
Here we
fine. Okay, now Cory has returned. Now, Cory, you have $4,000. Are you keeping the same bet?
And I have a 5, all of it higher.
Okay, yeah, you have a 5. And all of it higher, you said.
Yes.
Okay. 8 for $8,000. Higher than a 5?
No.
Oh no, it's a 3. Cory, you're bust.
Okay.
Cory, that's a bust.
That's alright.
Ouch! If I heard that correctly.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Corey, you were doing so well. We'll give you $200 in the game, $32,400. You have 2 shots. You can redeem yourself at the jackpot. It was in number 5 last time. That jackpot is $50,000. Number 3, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Is it behind number 3? No, it's not. Cory, your last chance.
4.
Okay, this is it. Is it behind number 4? It is! Cory, you're $50,000 richer! Now that's what I call a great recovery. So Cory, after a bust in the money cards, you end up bringing your 2-game winning total to $82,400. And we'll see you all for episode number 4, where Cory will be going head-to-head with a different competitor. And I'm going to get out of this. And I want to thank Justin271995 for joining me in this. And I'll see.
You're welcome.
And he gave Cory a real run for his money. And we'll see you all for episode number 4 of my season of Card Sharks, Big John's for PC. So, see you soon, everyone.